Hello and welcome. What they have brought me is the experience that we are going through right now is a balancing of the masculine and the feminine, the convergence. Okay, the convergence. We are coming together as a whole unit of ourself, and everything that I have pulled for cards for myself over the last few days, as well as what has popped across my screen, has brought me to the balance of the divine masculine and feminine and the birthing of that new world child within us. And that is what they are saying it is the birthing of that new world child within us, where we are free to create from our heart, where we are sitting more at a frequency of manifestation for ourselves. And the manifestation comes through as a pure form of frequency, because we have balanced that masculine and feminine, and there is no longer a conflict between them, but rather a flowing, a conformity, a convergence, just a natural ability to be able to balance one another, to act when the time is right, and to bring in the ideas of creation at other times. And both of them are very important parts of creation. And quite often we have been given the idea that we are lazy if we sit and just dream. But sitting and dreaming is actual creation. That is where the ideas are formed and where they come into us, and where we receive the ideas and desires of what it is that we wish to create within this world. That is the feminine aspect of ourself that is working through a creative process of pulling that energy in from the ethers. The masculine side is the supportive side that allows us to be able to sit within that dreamy state in order to bring in those ideas. And the supportive masculine understands that we don't always have to be in a state of action. They are there to hold us. They are there to support us. And they are there when the time is right for us to take action upon that manifestation, when we feel that we are ready, when that creation has had enough time to be ready to be birthed. And this is the energy that has been coming forward to me over the last little while. And I know I've been kind of quiet on my channel, and I shut down my well, I didn't shut it down, but I stopped putting out readings on my tarot channel, simply because I feel that I am splitting myself into separate beings, and I'm not separate beings. I am me. I am all that is, and I want to just be me, and I want to be able to create in whatever aspect of myself wishes to step forward, whether that be through the cards, whether it be through the channeling, whether it be through art or song or energy itself, light language, whatever that is. My throat is wanting to plug up, excuse me. Yes, I've got my big cup of coffee here, girl. It's decaf. So that is why I combined, and I'm going to be working off of one channel. It was really a lot of work for me to keep up on two channels and trying to do daily readings, especially on my tarot channel, because I like to put something out daily. And I was finding that I really wasn't getting, the response to my channel that I was desiring. And I really do believe that a lot of that is because I was splitting myself into just one little aspect of myself, and that is not the totality of who I am. And I wish to be able to show myself in my totality of who I am. This is who I am in all aspects. I am all things. I have the capacity to bring many things to the table, and I don't feel that I should have to split it and say, okay, well, I'm going to only share this here because this is what certain people are comfortable with, and I'm going to share this because this is what certain people are looking for. I am going to put it all here. And if you like me as a package, you will stay. And if you don't, you will go. And that's okay. I say thank you for your patronage, for being here for as long as you have, if you've been a long time viewer of mine. And if you're a newcomer, welcome. I do hope that you will stay, because I am planning a lot of different things here within this channel. When I first started coming back into my reawakening, I would just come on whenever I felt like it, and I would do whatever I felt like doing, whether it was talking, whether it was cards, whether it was channeling. And I found myself to be able to be in a much better state of, how do we say, receiving. I was just better able to receive, because I didn't put parameters on it. I didn't say, okay, I have to do this through the cards. I have to show the wonder of the cards. And I was finding with my cards that I was doing and the readings that I was doing lately, that I would channel and my cards would just basically validate what it was I was saying anyway. So, not that I won't use cards here. I love cards as a tool. I love them as a visual. I think they are absolutely an amazing spiritual tool for us, and for anyone that wishes to receive guidance, that may need more specific guidance, or things that they might have difficulty, especially in receiving for ourselves. I find that cards are very, very valuable, because sometimes we have a hard time believing the beauty of ourselves and believing that the divine is actually telling us that we are magnificent. And cards are wonderful to show us that. Cards are wonderful to show us where we are stuck. They are wonderful to show us where we are excelling, and where Spirit wishes to show us where we can excel even more, where we can find true joy within ourselves, because we are really here to be joyful, to build a life, to create. We are here to create a world that is desirable, that is joyful, that souls want to incarnate on, that we can learn, but that we don't have to experience all of this trauma that our soul has to go through once we transition. And that we don't have to try to heal within lifetime after lifetime after lifetime because of the trauma that we experience. The divine is encouraging us to be aware that we have the power to create our world. We have the power to be in a world, to be in a frequency where love is the center. And where, yes, we can have experiences. We certainly can. We can have experiences. However, we don't have to sit constantly in fear. There is so much that I could talk about this subject, but in doing so, I am pulling myself into that frequency, and I don't really want to pull myself into that frequency, because I have come to an understanding that I am that I am, and I can create what I desire, and I want to create something that is filled with joy and love. Yes, there'll be sadness sometimes, because when we lose something we love, we feel sadness. And in this world, we're going to lose things that we love. It's part of it. It's part of the experience. But without that loss, we wouldn't have known that love. We are so incredibly blessed to be here within this magnificent time. And there is so many channels out there that are talking about so many different things that I'm sure it is so confusing to so many of you that feel that you don't have the ability to channel for yourself and to be able to receive that information for yourself. I am being encouraged and invited to tell you not to be afraid, to not be afraid, to not listen to and believe in the hocus pocus the doomsday. When we buy into that, we are pulling into that manifestation. And the more of us that pull into that manifestation, the more it becomes possible. Which is why when you see one person talk about something and then everyone starts talking about it as though it has already happened and it's a belief, it happens. Because we have manifested it. Because we are the greatest manifestors and creators that have ever existed. Whether we know it or not. That is what we are. We are all creators. So let's begin to focus on what we want to see, on what we want to see, not what somebody else tells us we should see. Not that we should expect doomsday. Because the more of us that focus on that, the more that happens. Sorry for that glitch. Unexpectedly, my husband's time with the guys ended quickly. Someone had to leave, so they just decided to shut it down. So sorry for the glitch. Now I have to remember and have spirit pull into me of where I was. I was talking about our power to create. And who we are. We are creators. That is why the books say you are created in the image of God. We have the power to create. We are part of consciousness. We are that. We are those branches of consciousness. So let's begin to create consciously. Let's begin to decide what we want in our world and not let somebody else decide what we should or should not have. Or tell us that something bad is about to happen. And yes, there will be, you will witness things that will happen. Because of course, within this matrix that we are in, within our own ability to create, some are creating that. But let's move beyond that and create from a higher frequency, that higher frequency that you already are. There is no time, so your future self already exists in another time, another dimension, in a parallel dimension, walking alongside of you. You can choose that. You only have to reach out. Believe that it's there. Believe that you have the ability, the capability, that you are that. Because you are that. And it's time that we started to believe in positive outcomes rather than negative ones. Focus is your fuel. What are you focused on? Are you worried about what's happening that you don't want constantly? It goes over and over and over in your mind. That's what you're focused on. That's what you're picturing. And that's what you manifest. But when you focus on a positive outcome and you begin to see that playing over and over and over again in your mind, that is what you're creating. That is what you're manifesting. And I know this isn't something new that I'm telling you. You've been told this before. But still, we get stuck in that old pattern of the belief that this world is a horrible place. This world is not a horrible place. We are manifesting horrible things. This world is a beautiful place. Take a look around. I look around and I see a beautiful ocean on one side of me, a river on the other, the beach, the mountains. It's beautiful. The sun comes out every day to shine on us. The rain showers us with fresh, cleansing water to keep our plants growing, our nourishment. This is a beautiful place. We have stopped seeing the beauty that is around us. And we only look at what is happening within the negativity of what we are seeing on social media and from others telling us about it. And we buy into it. So therefore, as we buy into it, it becomes part of our reality because we have solidified it within our auric field. Arakit skata, aranaya shkurata karanai, tosh karatita ishkata, norai anaya kokara ariti anashkita, kita arikita tataya naya karata, karata arika atora naya shkarata, inaka arishkita, rushkata yanai gurshkata, torayanakai arati anash. We are surrounded by loving beings all the time. And they just want us to open up our mind. Contact is imminent. It really is, and I'm excited about it. And extremely excited about it. And I know a lot of people will have fear surrounding that, but the fear is only because of what we've been told. Not because of experience, because of what we've been told. Because my experience with the energy of any of these beings have been nothing but love and support. They want to help us. They have a stake within civilization here, and they want to help us. So as you move through this energy, I really encourage and invite you to, really spend time focusing on your true desires. Your true desires. I just did some shuffling of my cards here, and on the bottom of the deck it says, it is the ego that has the need to be right. The soul sees all perspective and understands where it comes from. Our soul is connected to consciousness. We are consciousness. We all have the ability to tap into that at a deep soul level. The next one here says your soul wants to express itself in its true authenticity. Don't hold back. Arainaya korskataya nikata rokatamash karatai arakitina rei ara ish karatataya nuraranaya araskitaya. Okay, beautiful souls. I hope today you find a space within yourself where you can focus on your true desires and what it is that you really want, that you find that within yourself, that love, what it is that lights you up, that spark within you. And until next time, please remember to always let love be your guide. I love you.